Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Caroline Williams. I'm Director of Communications with USA Basketball. Before we get started today, I want to give a very large thank you to Diana Koval with University of South Carolina, who really helped, was tremendous help in setting this all up today. I would like to start by turning it over for opening remarks to the USA Basketball Chairman, General Martin E. Dempsey.
Thanks, Caroline. I'd like to begin by saying I'm delighted to be here in Gamecock country. And President Pastides, thanks for the hospitality and all of your athletic staff. We're here today to announce the next coach of the women's national team for USA Basketball that'll take us through 2020, both the World Championships in 18 and the Olympics in 2020. We have to qualify, but I think the young lady to my left will have something to say about that. And why is this the right person for us to choose as the next coach of the women's national team? Well, for one thing, she's been involved with USA Basketball since 1989, first as a player. Since 1986, by the way, the USA women's team has won 6 straight Olympic titles, 4 out of the last 5 World Championships, amassed an incredible record of 89-1 during that time. And Dawn Staley's had a lot to do with all of that. She's both as a player and as a coach. As a coach, she's coached some of our developmental teams, the junior national teams, and during that time has amassed a record of 21-0. So she's a very talented basketball player herself and also a coach and leader. The thing about USA Basketball is it's not just about winning. I mean, clearly we want to win anything that we compete in, but we also want to build a culture, and that culture includes a culture of discipline, a culture of leadership, a culture of respect for the game and for the people against whom we compete. And Dawn has been involved with that through most of her adult life, and we're very proud to be able now to ask her to join us as the coach. I want to make mention of 2 other things quickly. One is the fact that the WNBA has named its Community Leadership Award in her name. And I think that's just a great tribute to her that a Community Leadership Award would be named for Dawn Staley in the WNBA. It's a credit to her character, and that's a very important part of being part of USA Basketball. And the other thing that many of you know is in 2004, she was actually selected by her fellow teammates or captains of the entire Olympic program in 2004 to carry our national flag. So she knows what it means to represent our country. She knows what it means to be a good teammate. She knows what it means to be a leader in and on and off the basketball court. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to join me as I introduce our new women's national coach, Dawn Staley.
Thank you, General Dempsey, and I'd like to thank the steering committee, obviously Jim Tooley, Carol Cowling. They've been mainstays as far as my USA Basketball family and everyone else. Craig's here, Caroline's here, but I'm just really incredibly humbled and honored to be the head coach of our U.S. national team. It means a great deal to me to represent my country, to wear the red, white, and blue. And anytime that something happens to me this huge, I always try to figure out or answer the questions, the why and the how. And these questions, answers to these questions are fairly easy for this situation. The why is God showed me favor throughout my career, throughout my life. And this is right in line with the favor he's shown me. The how is easy as well. The how is when growing up, in the Raymond Rosen projects in North Philly, where I learned the strength, the perseverance, the hard work, the dedication to an incredible sport that I love, which will carry me to whatever life throws at me. And then it took me to, my Olympic, my college. Debbie Ryan's been a terrific coach through my Virginia days, and these are experiences that I've leaned on my entire life to get to this point today. Tara Vanderveer is another coach who is near and dear to me, who I call it raising me in the game. Renee Brown is here as well. She was one of our coaches in '96 in my first Olympic Games, and she's been a great mentor and friend and a great source of guidance for me. And then also my Olympic teammates. '96 team has been a team of sisterhood that, you know, I look back on, and I didn't see this moment ever happening, because I just wanted to be a part of one Olympic Games. But through dreams derive other dreams, and that's what's taking place today. Nell Fortner and Donovan, both coaches have helped me as a player grow and they've given me great leadership and an ability to take on this challenge and not run away from it. Just take it head on. And I'm so thankful for them. And then Gino Ariema is another coach who I've watched and I've learned how to best do it. You know, the way he communicates with his teams, the preparation that, you know, he gave the 2016 Olympic team. I've learned a tremendous amount, and obviously I have all of these coaches at my disposal to help continue the success that USA Basketball has had over the past 6 Olympic Games. But I also want to thank my family, my friends, my former teammates, my current team, my former players. All have challenged me in so many ways that I know there isn't a basketball play nor off the court a challenge that I haven't faced. So I thank them for helping me take on this challenge, one that I'm not afraid of, because I know I have the help of so many people to help us continue to be successful. You know, this path for me really is divine. This is preordained. This was supposed to happen, and I don't know why, but surely I give God all the glory. So thank you.
Congratulations once again, Dawn. Next, I'd like to introduce to you USA Basketball Women's National Team Director Carol Callan to just talk a little bit about the steering committee's selection.
Thanks, Caroline. This is a very special day for many of us. Personally, my tenure started when Dawn's tenure started. You find successful people and you ask them to do this again and again and again. And she mentioned several people that I'd like to also acknowledge who have also given an awful lot of their time and energy to the success of our women's national team program. First and foremost, perhaps, the only 5-time Olympian in basketball history, a 4-time gold medalist, Teresa Edwards. Thanks for coming, too. And a 2-time gold medalist who didn't have to travel very far, but Nikki McCrae, thank you for being here as well. And then another contributor to our success who's been with us since '95, and that is Renee Brown. Renee, thank you for being here. I think what they exemplify, in addition to Dawn, is exactly why this was such an easy choice for our steering committee. When you're involved in a major way since 1989, when you are successful as a coach, what she's done at Temple, what she's done here in South Carolina, she has made winners out of both programs. What she has done for us, whether it be the U18, U19 program, the Pan American Games as a head coach, where she hasn't lost a game, what she's done with us with our senior level as an assistant at 2 Olympics in 2008, 2016, and then 2 World Championships as well. She's a winner as a coach. As a player, I'd put my money on Dawn Staley to take the last shot in any game, which she did do one time and was a success for us. She's a beloved teammate, a true leader on the court, and we always want her to be involved with our point guards because there's none better. So there's so many qualities that she has as a player that will translate very well to her success and has as a coach. And the final piece to me is as a humanitarian. General Dempsey mentioned the Community Spirit Award. Her community engagement, I think everyone here in South Carolina knows all about Dawn and what she does for others. So with all of that body of work, the choice was very simple. And I, on behalf of the steering committee, want to congratulate you as well. Next steps for us will be for Dawn to get through the NCAA tournament and do what she needs to do there. And then we'll spend some time preparing. In 2018, we will be participating in the World Cup, which is going to be in September of 2018. And because of that, we'll have to start talking about players in our player pool and get going on that. And to be able to do that, we'll of course need to start talking about assistant coaches. So that will all come in due time, but those will be the next steps, and we look forward to having Dawn guide us through that. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. And our final speaker today is Jim Tooley, the CEO and Executive Director of USA Basketball.
Thank you, Caroline. It's a pleasure to be here today, and it's been a little over 6 months since our women's national team won the Olympic gold medal in Rio. And as you've heard, it was our 6th consecutive gold medal in Olympic competition. Dawn has been a part of 5 of those 6, 3 as a player and 2 as a coach. We have an unbelievable legacy with our women's national team program. The record was stated earlier at 89-1 since 95-96, and there's no one better qualified, there's no one better positioned to continue this culture of excellence with our women's national team program than Dawn. She's a proven leader, a proven winner, a proven class act as a person, and so on behalf of all of us at USA Basketball, I'm just thrilled and proud that you'll be leading our women's national team for the next 4 years. So thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Jim. And now we'll open it up to questions from the media. We've got microphones on both sides. Please raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Before you state the question, please let us know your name and affiliation, and keep going.
Pete Iacovelli, Associated Press. Dawn, you said you did not want this. You just wanted to go to one Olympics and dreams lead to other dreams. When did you think, hey, this is something I'd like to try?
Well, when you're a part of USA Basketball, I mean, you feel the culture. You feel there is it's basketball bliss, and you want to keep capturing those moments. And the only way that you can continue to stay in, with the USA Basketball culture, because you can't play forever. You got to start coaching, and then once you're a part of, a coaching staff, and you see how the organization works, and you see how you pull together for one common goal, and that's the thing that's so attractive about me keep coming back to USA Basketball. The culture, what it stands for, it's an incredibly selfless situation where everybody comes together for a common goal, and that's very rare in our sport. 20 years ago, today, it's a lot different. So when you can capture those moments, that's when I knew I wanted to stay in the fold.
Reggie Anderson, WLTX TV. Coach, just your initial reaction when you got the call.
When I got the call, I was actually at the SEC tournament watching our quarterfinal game, and I was elated, but calm, and I didn't want to bring any attention to it, but I was shocked. It was a surreal moment, and although you put your name in a hat, you don't know what's going to take place. But I got the call from Carol, and needless to say, I didn't continue to scout that particular game because my My head was somewhere else. Thank God for assistant coaches because they were paying attention.
Rick Henry, WIS-TV. Don, when you were an assistant with the Olympic teams, what type of pressure is there on the coaching staff, not only to win, but to win every game, win the gold, and how will that pressure intensify now that you're head coach?
Well, I think a lot of the pressure is on the head coach. Obviously, as an assistant coach, we have to prepare the team, and you have to prepare the head coach in a way that they can go into games knowing that we have a game plan A, B, and C just in case things don't work out. But it's an incredible amount of pressure, especially when you look at the success that USA Basketball has had. You don't want to be the one. You don't want to be the one. So, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of pressure, but, you have to prepare. You have to prepare like all the teams have prepared, and I think we're the most talented team assembled at any Olympic Games. But what separates us is our preparation, our ability to reach back to all of those coaches. I mean, I can call Tara, I can text Tara, I can call Gino, I could call Ann Donovan, I can call Van Chancellor. He probably would welcome a call. So all of the coaches that we have, I can call my, Debbie Ryan, I can call, all of our coaches, and they want to help. And that's the beauty about representing the United States, that you have such a great pool of coaches that you can call on, so you're well prepared.
Greg Brzezinski, ABC Columbia. Coach, you've had so many experiences through USA Basketball, not only as a player, the coach, but as a flag bearer as well in Athens. What is the Olympics like from all these different perspectives, and what do you think this one will be like now?
I mean, it's tremendous. I think when you're a player, when I was a player, I was, really narrow focused. I wanted to win a gold medal, and I didn't want any distractions from that. So I didn't really enjoy the games, but once I went back the second and third times, I was able to enjoy all of it because the expectations were there. But it is like no other. There's only, I think, 10,000 athletes get to participate in Olympic Games, each 4 years. And to be a part of one of 10,000 is quite incredible. But it's you see the works of so many tremendous athletes who put in hours, days, years to perform at a level. And when you're able to witness people perform at that level and do it in a form of winning medals, is a tremendous thing.
David Caravello, Post and Courier. Don, from working as an assistant to Gino in the last games, do you have a feel for how different the commitment level is from assistant to head coach, and how you balance the commitments with USA Basketball when you also have a college program to run?
I really don't have any idea. I'm quite sure Carol's going to be my best friend from here on out, but obviously it's a great deal of sacrifice. That's what participating with USA Basketball is all about. You have to be able to sacrifice from top to bottom, and from a coaching staff standpoint, and certainly from the players who have a lot of responsibility playing in the WNBA, playing overseas. They got their lives, they got their personal lives. So it's an incredible commitment, and but this is what it's always been. It's been done, so it's not like we're treading, going down a path that hasn't been driven on.
It's Pete again. Dawn, have any of the current players hit you up for any of those Olympic tryout spots yet? Your players sitting over there?
They haven't hit me up yet, but I'll put them through an Olympic practice later on today and see if they can survive. Hello?
Got time for 2 more questions? Do we have?
Oh, thank you. Coach Judy Gadsden from WIS, congratulations on the Community Spirit Award. you serve a lot of kids in our community through your Inner Soul charity and foundation. What do you want this incredible honor to say to those kids and kids back in Philly about what they can do with discipline and that commitment?
Well, I would like for every young person to, you know, to dream, dream the biggest dreams, and stay disciplined to your dream. Because dreams are just dreams if you're not going to put the work in, and if you're not going to be disciplined to it. It's just going to be a word that you use. And I was really fortunate because my dream was to be a part of a gold medal team. And then my dream became, being a head coach of an Olympic team. And I, growing up in Philly, I did not have that as a dream of mine. I didn't have just being here today, being named the national team coach was not a dream of mine. But because I was disciplined in my sport, because I got so much passion about basketball, other dreams came alive through that. So I want young kids to know that if they apply themselves, if they stay disciplined to their craft, special days like this will happen for them.
Don, Josh Kendall with the state newspaper. What does your appointment mean for South Carolina basketball and for your program, and how might you carry some momentum from Team USA to this program?
Well, I mean, obviously, I think it's a great deal to live here in the state of South Carolina, knowing that I can reach an audience outside of my hometown of Philadelphia, and know that their aspirations, people here, the aspirations of being Olympians, is someone that they can touch and feel like they already have, because I have a great knowledge and experience in storytelling, to let any person that has these aspirations, I can tell them all about it. I try to instill that in our players, so they'll know that they can reach their highest dreams, again, if they apply themselves and if they stay disciplined to themselves. But I think it's, an incredible opportunity for all of us, because you don't get here alone, and you certainly don't, you don't go to places alone. And I'm going to take, every resident in the state of South Carolina that want to be a part of this journey to come on, because it's an incredible ride. It's an awesome ride. It's something that they'll remember forever, because it's an incredible experience.
Thank you, Dawn. And that almost concludes the formal portion of the press conference. We will have time for a few one-on-ones after this, but first we have a special presentation to make.